Hey everybody, it's Eric, 80s Horror Man here, and welcome to my end of month haul for the month of August. Now, in this haul, you're going to see 3 DVDs, actually 4 DVDs, and mostly Blu-rays, and also you're going to see the stuff that I got at the convention I ended up going to at the Vernon Downs, the Sci-Fi Horror Fest. And if you haven't seen my video for the stuff I got at the Sci-Fi Horror Fest, it's already here, there. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. But also, if you have not seen the walk around or seen the panel discussion with the celebrities that was there at the event, check that out as well. So the stuff you're going to see is like some of the stuff I also got from like eBay and Amazon, and I also did decide to use the Amazon gift card that my good friend at PJ ended up getting for my birthday last month. Well, now 2 months ago, I should say, because now it's September. But also, happy Labor Day to everyone out there who's watching. So, without further ado, let's get started with the stuff that I got. First, the DVDs I ended up getting. One of them I decided to get off of Amazon with that gift card. I remember seeing this TV show, like bits and pieces of this TV show like a long time ago, but it seems like that people have forgotten about this show because I guess it just like went under the radar. So they had a complete series of this on DVD, so I figured I might as well get it. And that's the complete series of Evening Shade with the late great Burt Reynolds in this one. So like I said, a lot of people don't seem to remember this show. It just seems like it's like one of those shows that just like went under the radar that people seem to have forgotten about. So I figure I get the complete series so I could actually watch it. Next, for another TV show I decided to get, it's a very recognizable show that everybody is familiar with, and I don't recall seeing any episodes at all from this TV show, but I figured I get this from Walmart.com, and that's the complete series of Cheers, because as everyone knows, that the late great Georgia Wendt, who's known for playing Norm in Cheers, ended up passing away. So this is a 45 disc set where it's got seasons 1 through 11 of Cheers. So we're very glad to have this in my collection. Also, for the DVDs I decided to get this off of eBay, and it's a double feature, and it does not have a Blu-ray release, but I'm hoping that it will eventually somewhere down the road. And I've seen the movies only once, but it's been a while since I've watched them. And that's the double feature of 3 Men and a Baby and 3 Men and a Little Lady. So, this is like a recognizable movie that people are familiar with. So again, this movie does not have a Blu-ray release, but hopefully it will. And last, for the DVD, I decided to get off of eBay, and I've seen this movie only like once, but it's been a while since I've seen it, and I remember we used to have this on tape like a long time ago when I was a kid. And the movie I'm talking about is A Fine Mess, with Ted Danson and Howie Mandel in this one. But like I said, it's been a while since I've seen this, so I'll be giving this one a watch as soon as I'm done watching whatever I got going on. Next, let's go on to the Blu-rays. The first Blu-ray I ended up getting is a movie I ended up watching for the very first time. And I've heard this movie but never seen it before until I watched it for the first time. And I thought it was actually good. Heard it, and that's Reservoir Dogs. And this is the 15th anniversary of Reservoir Dogs. This was directed by Quentin Tarantino. And it's also got Harvey Keitel, the late great Chris Penn, and Steve Buscemi, and the late great Michael Madsen in this one. But yeah, I thought this was actually pretty good. I definitely enjoyed that one. And next for the Blu-ray I decided to get off of eBay, I ended up watching this one as well for the very first time, and I ended up liking it. And that's The Untouchables with Kevin Costner, the late great Sean Connery, and Robert De Niro in this one. So The Untouchables, classic movie. Next is an upgrade either from the DVD to the Blu-ray, and I decided to use the Amazon gift card to get this one as well. And I figured I had to get this just to add to my collection, and that's the Police Academy collection, which got all 7 of the Police Academy movies in one. And so you got the first one, the second, which is the first assignment. The third one is the third one, Back in Training. Fourth one, Citizens on Patrol. Number 5, Assignment Miami Beach. Number 6, City Under Siege. And number 7, Mission to Moscow. So, Police Academy movies, classic. Okay, next for the Blu-rays I decided to get with the Amazon gift card. I remember watching this movie, and I used to have this on VHS like a long time ago. Never had the DVD, but I finally decided to get the Blu-ray of it, and that's The Flintstones. Yes, this is the one with John Goodman and Rick Moranis in it. I definitely enjoyed this when I was a kid, and it's still a good movie to watch. It's still very enjoyable, because I remember watching the cartoon of it when I was a kid. I mean, of course, who hasn't watched Flintstones when they were kids? Next, I ended up getting these two off of eBay, and there are a couple upgrades from the DVD to the Blu-ray. One of them is What Lies Beneath with Harrison Ford and Michelle Pfeiffer. And I know if you watch a Scary Movie 2, they kind of did like a little spoof on this movie. So What Lies Beneath, very good movie. And the other one that's an upgrade from the DVD to the Blu-ray that I ended up getting is Firewall. So I would definitely recommend checking out Firewall and What Lies Beneath. Okay, next I end up getting this movie off of eBay. Just got it in the mail over the weekend. I just recently watched this movie on Peacock for the very first time. But the funny thing was, when I was watching this movie on Peacock, you hear them talking, but then all of a sudden you see them moving their lips because they end up saying the line, and after they got done saying the lines, like after they got done saying this, next you see them moving their lips, and it's just like, okay, this is just weird. But now that I got the Blu-ray, now I could actually watch the movie and understand exactly what they're saying. And it is a horror anthology that I did end up watching for the first time, and I remember seeing the cover art to this on VHS like a long time ago, and I never rented it because the cover art just kind of creeped me the hell out. And the movie I'm talking about is Body Bags, with director John Carpenter that decided to play the coroner, and also decides to direct 2 short stories, and he also got the late great Tobe Hooper, who directed the 3rd story. So Body Bags, pretty good anthology movie. Definitely enjoy that one. Okay, next I decided to get off of eBay. Well, not eBay, but yeah, eBay. Here, I thought I got it off of Amazon, but actually got this off of eBay. Here, and I remember watching these movies like a long time ago, but I haven't seen them in so long. And I figured I might as well get them just to add to my collection, and that's the the Naked Gun trilogy, where it's got all 3 of the Naked Gun movies in one, where it's got Naked Gun, Naked Gun 2.5, and Naked Gun 33 and the third. So they're like stupid funny, but they're just so fun to watch. So these are all classics. So you can't definitely say nothing bad about the Naked Gun movies because they're just so hilarious. And also the late great Leslie Nielsen playing Frank Drebin. Classic. Okay, next I decided to get off of Amazon with a gift card as well. And I remember seeing this movie so many times because we used to have it on tape. I never had a DVD, but I finally decided to get the Blu-ray. And the movie I'm talking about is Basketball. Basketball is where you got the 2 actors that does the voices on South Park. Decided to make a little mixture of baseball and basketball rules, and then all of a sudden becomes like a very popular game. Even having it in their own stadium. So basketball, stupid funny, but it's just so hilarious. It definitely end up laughing my ass off every time I watch this movie. And last, for the Blu-ray I decided to get off of Amazon with a gift card, is a horror movie that you can watch on Amazon Prime and other streaming platform devices. And the movie I'm talking about is Garden of Eden. Now, this movie doesn't give out much information, so basically the movie's about where you got a wealthy and religious Eden family that decides to make dreams come true for people in need, but dreams can often become nightmares. So that's pretty much the information on this movie. So right there's the back, and right there's information on the movie. Sorry for the glare there. But yeah, Garden of Eden, it was actually not that bad of a movie. It was very, very interesting. And like I said, you could watch this on Amazon Prime or wherever you get your streaming platforms. So Garden of Eden, like I said, it's just very, very interesting once you see what happens. Okay, next, let's get on to the Blu-rays and the stuff that I picked up at the Sci-Fi Horror Fest event. First, I'll go through the autographs. First, I decided to get this signed out of my Blu-ray collection. When I met Lisa Wilcox from Nightmare on Elm Street 4 and 5, I had her sign my Nightmare on Elm Street collection on Blu-ray, where she put the To Eric Rest in Hell, and she drew like a little arrow pointing at Freddy saying for him to rest in hell. So I'm glad I got Lisa Wilcox to sign my Nightmare on Elm Street collection on Blu-ray. Also, for the pictures I decided to get, I decided to get this autograph from this actor, William Forsythe, who was there, because I remember meeting him at one of the scare cons, but I just didn't have the money to talk, didn't have the money to get his autograph or a picture taken with him. But since he was there at the Sci-Fi Horror Fest, I figured now's the time to make up for it, since I didn't do that last time. So I did. So I decided to get his autograph, but this time I decided to choose a picture of him from the movie Stone Cold. And he mentioned saying that he kind of did this and Out for Justice back to back because both the movies were done in the same year, 1991. Where after he did this, he ended up cutting off all his hair just to do the role as Richie in Out for Justice. And he ended up putting, To Eric, you know my baby, I'm a Rory Wart. So that's what he says in the movie, and that's what he's had to put on the photo. So very happy to get William Forsythe's autograph. Very nice guy. Also, this vendor was selling autographs for like $40, and he was selling another set of autographs for like $25. And I asked him if these autographs are actually legit, and he said they are. So I figured that why not get these autographs, since ScaleCon is coming up this weekend and I'm not going to be there to go. Oh, and I figured I'd get the autographs on these two celebrities that's going to be at the event. Stephen Jeffries, who played Evil Ed in the original Fright Night, and Ray Magsdale, who played Charlie in the original Fright Night. And like I said, when I asked him if it was legit, he said yes, because right there is proof, because it says certificate of authenticity. So it just shows that they're not fake. It's actually legit. Okay, now for the Blu-rays that I ended up picking up, because my friend Matt from Union Horror Movies was there again as a vendor, and he's going to be back again next year at Sci-Fi Horror Fest at Vernon Downs as a vendor. So I figured might as well buy whatever movies that he's selling at his table. He was selling Blu-rays for like $5 a piece. I figured, why not? Go for it. So the movies I ended up buying at his table that he was selling for $5 a piece. This one was done in the early 2000s, and I remember seeing this one a couple of times, and this movie was actually good. And the movie's called Frailty, with the late, great Bill Paxton and Matthew McConaughey. But Bill Paxton also directed this movie as well, where he plays like a father, and he has 2 kids, and he thinks that he's like been chosen by God to punish the innocent, where they start killing people for no apparent reason, just because he thinks they've done bad things. So Frailty, it was actually a good movie. I definitely enjoyed it. Next, this movie is from a Stephen King book, and I remember watching this like once, but I guess I didn't really pay much attention to it. So I figured I might as well get the Blu-ray. And the movie I'm talking about is The Dark Half. So again, I never really paid much attention to it when I watched this for the first time. I kind of got a little bit lost, or maybe I was just busy doing something. I don't know, can't remember. But Dark Half, this movie was actually not too bad for what it was, even though it's from Stephen King. Okay, next, another movie he was selling as a table. I remember watching this movie like once, and I definitely enjoyed this one, but it's been a while since I've seen it, so I figured I might as well buy it, and that's The Stepfather. This is the original Stepfather before they did the remake, where a man goes around looking for a certain perfect family that he wants to be with, and if he doesn't like what he sees, he kills them, and he moves on to the next. So Stepfather, classic movie, good one. Another Stephen King movie that my friend Matt was selling, and I remember watching this like on DVD like so many times. Never owned it in my collection, but I'm glad I finally did. And that's Graveyard Shift, where somehow workers are getting killed on the graveyard shift from 11 at night to 7 in the morning in this old mill. Oh, and turns out there's something in the mill that's far unimaginable that they couldn't possibly imagined. So Graveyard Shift, definitely a fun Stephen King movie to watch. Next, I never owned this movie in my collection at all, but I remember watching the movie on DVD, and it's a classic, and I'm finally glad to have this in my collection now, and that is Poltergeist, the original, directed by Toby Hooper, who did the Texas Chainsaw Massacres 1 and 2, The Funhouse, Eaten Alive, and so much more. So, Poltergeist, everybody's familiar with this movie, and they all know what it is. Next, my friend Matt decided to hang on to these movies for me because I told him I'd be interested in buying these movies, and he decided to sell these movies to me for like $10 a piece. And I said, excuse me, so I'd say, okay, we got a deal. And that is Maniac Cop 2 and Maniac Cop 3, since he upgraded both of these movies to the 4K now. And I told him I'd be interested in buying the Blu-rays from him. And sure enough, he ended up bringing these movies to the convention, and I ended up giving him the money for it, and here they are in my collection now. Okay, next for the Blu-ray that he was also selling at his table is an upgrade from the DVD to the Blu-ray. I ended up watching the movie once ever since I got it on DVD. I got like for Christmas, like, I don't know, a couple years ago, or like whenever the movie came out, but it's been a while since I've seen it. So I said watch the extended version because I think my DVD had the rated version, but this one has both versions, the rated and unrated, on Blu-ray. And the movie I'm talking about is Cowboys and Aliens, with Daniel Craig and Harrison Ford in it. This movie is actually a fun movie. This is actually pretty good. I definitely enjoyed the extended version that I did with the original theatrical version. So Cowboys and Aliens, good one. Next, another movie that I ended up buying from Matt is a movie that's got Nicolas Cage in it, and this is one of these movies that just went straight to video, never came in theaters, and I ended up watching this movie. I thought this movie was actually good. It was not bad. And the movie I'm talking about is Primal, where he plays like a hunter, and he's also a collector, and then he ends up catching this white jaguar, brings him on the cargo ship, and turns out also on that cargo ship that they're transporting a prisoner. Then the prisoner escapes, frees the jaguar, and now not only they got a problem with the prisoner, but they also got a problem with the jaguar being loose on the cargo ship. So now they need Nicolas Cage's help to contain this jaguar. So Primal, this was actually good. It was actually not bad for what it was. Okay, next for the Blu-rays. I was very surprised to see that my friend Matt was selling this at his table, because I remember seeing the cover art to this on VHS when I was a kid, like back in Blockbuster when they had it at the time. And the cover was like a 3D thing. And I owned it on VHS a long time ago, but it's been so long since I've seen it. And the movie I'm talking about is Uncle Sam, because the original VHS art was like a 3D thing where it shows like the human form of Uncle Sam saying, "I want you." Then you move the 3D picture, it shows like a zombie version of him saying, "dead." So instead of him saying, "I want you to join the army," saying, "I want you dead." So Uncle Sam, I mean, it's actually a very decent horror movie, because it is directed by the same guy who did Maniac Cops 1 and 2 and the original version of Maniac. So Uncle Sam, very fun horror movie to watch. And next, I end up buying a movie from this local indie horror movie company, Mad Angel Films. They were there. So I figured I'd buy two of their movies that they were selling. And these were my first time watching these movies. One of them is called Radiant Dark, and the other one I ended up watching for the first time is called Brackish. So Radiant Dark and Brackish. First time to watch these two movies from Mad Angel Films. I thought they were not really that bad. And last, for the Blu-ray, I got this in the mail because I pre-ordered this movie, again, from the same company, Mad Angel Films. And I thought this movie was actually interesting. I definitely end up enjoying this one. And the movie I'm talking about is Blood Red Beach, where you got like a pirate who just can't seem to die because there's a curse on him. And he starts terrorizing the people that's like on a treasure hunt. And turns out he wants his gold back. So, Blood Red Beach, very fun movie. Definitely recommend checking out for those who hasn't seen it. But I also recommend checking out some of the other movies from Mad Angel Films. If you are familiar with the company and you know who they are, you know what I'm talking about. And you could also watch some of their movies on Tubi for free. So, again, check out Blood Red Beach because this movie was definitely fun. I definitely ended up enjoying this one. Alright guys, so that's it for my haul. What do you guys think? Have you seen any of these movies before? If so, please let me know in the comments down below. Did you like any of the movies I showed off? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Also, again, and if you haven't seen my walk around for the convention, check that out, along with the panel discussion with the celebrities that was at the event, and also the pickups from the Sci-Fi Horror Fest event as well. So again, thanks for watching, and like and subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for some more videos later.